Hello and welcome to the Winner's Circle community. I'm your host, Dr. Sean. So let's continue the conversation we've been having on how you can win and how we can win together. Each week we are joined by a guest who not only cares about what's going on in our world, but who also has special expertise in helping us to discover success in an area. Today's show is about success and about developing a successful mindset, a miracle mindset. You've seen our guest before. She spends a lot of her time helping her clients develop a successful mindset and miracle mindset. She's a Theta healer. Help us welcome again Connie Lam. Connie, welcome to the Winner's Circle again. It's so great to see you, always.
Hello, Dr. Sean. Thank you so much for having me again. Always good to be back.
Absolutely, absolutely. We want to get out this wonderful news and this wonderful information that we can use to help ourselves, particularly at this time. I'm really excited about today's topic, and I think that we both have shared excitement regarding that. You know,
Yes.
at this time, Connie, we turn on the news and we are pretty much inundated with the shortage there is in just about all the things that we need. I mean, jobs and opportunities, resources of all types. A lot of people go to work and will be asked to do more with less help, less support. It's almost like we're being asked to do miracles or something. And so I'm happy to hear that you help people figure out how to be successful in those circumstances all the time and developing a miracle mindset. Now, before we get started and go deep, what do we mean when we say miracles? Let me understand that.
Yes. A miracle in general, a miracle is like a beneficent occurrence that you cannot explain when it happens. Okay, so that's in general that something happened that no one can explain why it happened in that way. Let's say, for example, the people who got out from a serious accident, like car accident, we've been heard a lot of that, so all over, right? So the car can be like total lost, but that person was safe, right? So that's kind of the miracle that in general that you cannot explain by law of nature. So that's what we can perceive it as a miracle. However, I have another way of look at the miracle as well. Imagine that people might think that miracle is something that happened to you, right? That give you that makes your life better or give you some very like amazing surprise. But what if miracle is something that didn't happen to you? Imagine that, right? Because we're so, when everyday blessings has become a norm, we actually forgot that we are living in the miracle world. And imagine how many accidents per day that's happening or per hour that's happening around the world. But you and me, and we are safe sitting here,
That,
right? So I will also say this as a miracle, something that didn't happen to us. We're still healthy. You're right. We're good. We have everything that we needed. So that is also a miracle.
that makes sense. It makes sense. I get that. Especially when
Yeah.
we take several steps back and look at it from a global view, all the things that are happening in the world.
Yes.
And we're doing well. We're still here to talk about it, still here to figure out how we can do well for another day. So let me understand the difference between, let's say, a miracle mindset and, let's say, not having a miracle mindset, so that we can really get at what's going to help us today. A miracle mindset, how do we define that?
So you mean that to have a miracle mindset,
Hmm.
how it can help us in life? You mean?
Yeah, what is a miracle mindset actually?
Yes. So miracle mindset is belief that everything is possible, right? Because miracle for a lot of people is something that is impossible to happen, but it's happening every single day to all of us, to everyone, right? So when you have the miracle mindset, which means that you believe the possibility in the impossible, And then we can actually do that because with like a manifestation law of attraction, that is exactly what a lot of people that are doing, using the power of their mind to attract something that they might ever thought is possible for them, but that happens. So that's what I call as miracle mindset, that you see possibilities and opportunities under any situation.
Excellent, excellent. So let's just run that back. So a miracle mindset is when, regardless of the circumstances, regardless of the tasks, what many may perceive as barriers, regardless of all those circumstances, we still believe that there is a possibility that we can do well.
Yes.
We be able to see opportunities that are there. So that would be a miracle mindset. That does make sense. And
Yes.
I mean, before we can talk about developing a miracle mindset, if a person doesn't believe in miracles at all, or if they see life as impossible, then that might be a little bit challenging. So now, is developing a miracle mindset something that like most people can do or anyone can do?
Yes. Everyone can do. If you think of this way, that we are one of the miracle in this world, right? So I know that miracle can be very different from people to people, right? They have like a different perception of miracle. But if you really think in the way that you are part of the miracle, how you come to this world, how everything happened, how our body, perform, and everything, every single cell inside our body, that is already a miracle. Yeah, so it's like that we already have it. We are part of it, and we are one of it.
I hear
You
you.
are a miracle.
I hear you. I appreciate the way you place that. And so then, when we're not realizing and recognizing that we are miracles ourselves in this very reality that we get a chance to participate and contribute to every day represents the miraculous, then perhaps what we are doing sometimes is taking life for granted and taking our
Yeah.
situations and our circumstances for granted.
Yes, yes, we do. As I mentioned in the earlier, right in the beginning, that we are actually very blessed every day because right now we are taking advantage, or we're taking life for granted. We always think that we're supposed to wake up tomorrow morning. We're supposed to go to work safe, right? So that is like, you don't think of that as a miracle anymore when you arrive work, or arrive office, arrive home safe and sound. But some people might not get there because it's happening also every hour, right? So that is part of a miracle. So if you really want to break down miracles, instead of looking for the big one to happen, if you want it, like, it's actually the same. It's not like big or small. Miracle is miracle, right? And then you really have to started to look for it, because started to believe that it exists. So you don't go to bed expect I'm getting up tomorrow. I still get up tomorrow.
Right.
And you never know, because some people don't, right?
That's
it,
right.
it is like yeah, so that is how I would see it. It's more about the mindfulness and awareness, and also be grateful. It's like a gratitude that you have for your life. Yeah, because miracle is part of the it's also something that we already have. I always see miracles like around me, that things happen that I don't know how it happens. Even my life, every experiences that I have. Yeah, so I can share more my personal experiences later.
Right, right, sure.
Yeah.
Connie, what you're reminding me of is occasionally, let's say I get a upper respiratory infection, let's say a cold, and then I'll get nasal congestion and coughing and sneezing, and then sometimes, I have to think about what it feels like to breathe now. And all of a sudden, then I realized that, wow, I've been breathing all year without any effort, and I never had to think about that. I
Yes.
never think about breathing
Yes.
until it's hard to breathe.
Yes.
I've been living with something that was wonderful that I was taking for granted. I think
Yeah.
that's a
That
common
is true.
scenario.
That's so true.
So I really want to talk process. Perhaps we will take that as the big question. The issue is, how do we develop a miracle mentality? But I think we'll take a break and then come back to that as the big question. We'll understand process. So
Okay.
listen in, gang. Come back after this break and we're going to talk process, how to develop a miracle mentality. We'll see you after these brief moments.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. But it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, she's putting them in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
Boardwalks built for fun. Legendary rock and roll clubs.
This is how we do it. Hip hop.
Casinos by the ocean.
Hip hop.
Now that's New Jersey.
Welcome back to the Winner's Circle. Dr. Sean here. We're being joined by Connie Lam. She's a Theta healer, and she is helping us to discover and understand how to develop a miracle mentality, a successful mindset. Connie, right before the break, we did a lot of understanding and describing what is a miracle. We realized that we've been taking a lot in life for granted. We talked about what a miracle is and also what is a miracle mentality. Now, I want to understand, how do we develop a miracle mentality? Suppose we wanted to, let's say, take this show, The Winner's Circle, a show that we intend to help a lot of people and make it broadcast all over the world. And that would be miraculous. How would we do that? Let's talk process, Connie, developing a miracle mindset.
Well, if you're already there. So you know what, I always believe that when your mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. So this is a quote from Napoleon Hill, okay? So that if you already have this concept in your mind, which means it's within your reach, okay? So let me give you an example. And the one thing is that most of the time, this is also part of the manifestation, right? So you need to believe that you deserve it. Because when you think that it is so big for you to achieve this goal, and when this goal seems too big, it is you are the one who give it the scale. Maybe it's not, let's say people want to, just for example, for your easy understanding, when people want to manifest $1 or want to manifest $1 million, right? So why manifesting $1 is much easier than $1 million? Because in their mind, they don't believe that, or they think, oh, $1 million is so big, it's too huge, it's out of my reach. So it's the same in this case as well. But one good thing is when you already have this concept, which means that you're halfway there. So the process would be, first of all, you have to find out if there's any limiting beliefs behind you, okay, in your subconscious mind. As I always mention about limiting beliefs, for example, here is where you are, okay, and here's where you want to be, where you want to go. So in between here, there's a bridge, okay. So if your mind is clear, or if the limiting beliefs is clear also, so there will be like less resistance, okay. So and there will be some incidents in between that happens to get you to where you want to be from where you are. However, if you have the limiting beliefs there, it feels like you will immediately build a block, like a wall in between. So what happened is, it's not that you cannot get there, but you might have to climb the wall. You might have to break the wall. That is the obstacles, the challenges, and you might find it very difficult for you to get there. So first ask yourself, when you think of your show, The Winner's Circle, which is an amazing show, I love it, to be on this television network, the big one, whichever that you want to, how do you feel about it? Sometimes people, when they manifest something big, when they think of it, they will immediately tell themselves, oh, it's impossible. Why would they choose me? Why would that happen? That is the doubt. And where the doubt coming from? Limiting beliefs. So you need to clear that and really believe that it is possible for you. So get in touch, connect to your feelings. I would say like a journaling. If you love to write or scripting, for example, like think of the TV network that you want to be, okay, and started to ask yourself, how do you feel? How do you feel when you are there? Okay, there might some doubts coming up when you think of it. You might start to have some fear. You might start to have some doubts. Oh, maybe it's not me, right? And that would be your blocks from to get you to where you want to be. Yeah, so that would be the process. First of all, access to your feelings, to your belief systems. How do you feel about that? Okay, what are the doubts that are coming up, right? And then the second, if there's doubts coming up, the limiting beliefs, ask yourself, where are these limiting beliefs coming from? Why do you think that it's impossible? And then look for the evidence. Have someone ever done that before? I believe everything that would be people who have done that before. They're always the first one to have it. So look for if there's someone who had the same experiences. Look for the evidence to support you. And then to try to change your limiting beliefs, you can use affirmation, the positive affirmation. You can use visualization. And you can also through meditation. So there are so many ways that you can do and work on it. So it is absolutely possible. You just have to, not just you, but we, whatever that we want, when we think or we conceive is big, we need to work on it because it's the limiting beliefs telling us it's something, it is impossible, right? When you think that it's big, it actually immediately that creates a lot of doubt in your mind. So that would be my sharing. I hope it helps you.
Absolutely, it does.
Yeah.
It does. It does. So I was writing while you were talking because I really wanted to capture that. I mean, miracle mentality, not a very tangible topic, yet it's something that we tangibly enjoy every day. Somehow being able to put it into steps is challenging. But what I hear you describing is understanding where the doubt is, where the limiting beliefs are. This is a very necessary first step in making a move. And then I heard you say also, look around for possibilities that people are actually achieving this. I mean, this idea that we consider a miracle, there's some people that have this as a lifestyle, actually. People have done this already. It's not that we're talking about going to Saturn, necessarily and having tea,
Yes. And also be open-minded to receive, because once you started this journey, you started manifesting, something will happen. As I said, right, within the gap or the bridge from where you are to where you want to be, some people might show up. So be open-minded always, try to talk to people, look for the opportunities, just share with them what you're looking for. You never know. You really never know. Someone might have a connection, right? In one of the television network or channel that can get you in, you never know. But just keep your mind open and allow things to happen. That is very important, because sometimes when you're too focused on getting where you want to go, you might not aware of the things or the people around you. But sometimes the people who are around you, they are sent by the universe to help you.
Absolutely, that makes a lot of sense. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to be open-minded. We put these thoughts out into the universe. We many times we'll pray for and then meditate for a miracle to happen, and then if we don't believe it can happen, somebody can show up with all the answers, avenues opening up, pathways, but then we think, oh, it's too good to be true. Oh, I don't know, what does this person, really want, What's in it for them, They may be coming up showing, here's the pathway to it, your life of your dreams,
Yeah, it can happen.
With regard the people that are around, let's say I want to develop this miracle mentality, and I definitely do, right? Does it mean that I have to have people around me that are also developing or interested in developing a miracle mentality, or
I
not
think
necessarily?
that would be great. That would be good and wonderful to have a group of people who have the same goal and same value in life, and with a community to support each other. That is super important, right? However, if you don't have it yet, you can manifest them. So everything that if you don't have it yet, but you can still ask for it, and people will start to show up. So the people who you hang out with or you spend time with really make a huge impact in your life.
Yes, that makes a lot of sense, Connie. And as you described that scenario, I am reminded that we have been connected for roughly 5 years, and I wouldn't doubt that our belief in miracles had a lot to do with our initial connection and our very discussion today. So that's pretty magnificent in and of itself.
That is one of the miracles as well, right?
Don't you think?
We were connected through Facebook.
That's right.
Yeah, five years ago. Amazing.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes. Having an open mind, and we did not know necessarily that we were going to be having this discussion, but we had an open mind, some opportunities opened up, and then we took advantage of them to talk about and share this very important subject.
Yeah. This is also one of very, very good point, Dr. Sean. Is patience. When you're manifesting or you want to go from where you are to where you want to be, patience is so important. You just have to believe that the divine timing will happen to you. And then there's one quote I think that I shared with you before is, you cannot master your life in one day. Right? Yes, you cannot master your life in one day, but master your day and keep doing it every day. So instead of looking right now, because most of the time the people that focus is, oh, here's I want to be, why I haven't got there yet, right? And that is already the block for the manifestation, because you're coming from the lack of it, that you don't have a faith that is going to happen. Okay, so if you keep asking yourself, why I haven't got this yet? Why this haven't happened to me yet? Why, when you keep asking yourself these questions, constantly you're creating the blocks, and constantly you are extending the manifestation to happen. You're actually prolonging or delaying the manifestation to happen. So as I say, the being present in the moment is very important. So always put your focus in the moment, what I can do better today. Okay, so just focus on today, because if you focus too much on the future, that creates a lot of anxiety. And so many people have this. They create anxiety or they feel depressed when they don't know how to get there, right? So just always focus on what I can do better today. So you will never know, before you even know it, someone might contact you, hey, Dr. Sean, we just want to invite you to our show. Right?
That's perfect.
Yeah, it is possible.
That's
And
right.
you imagine that it's already happening.
Sure, sure,
Allow
sure.
it, claim it.
Okay, I claim it and I will not doubt it. Totally accept it with
Yeah,
open arms. So, Connie, I
yeah.
really appreciate.
Congratulations.
That's right, that's right. You know, I'll know where it came from. Connie, I'm
Yeah.
going to give you the last word on this. It's something that you are obviously very passionate about and understand a lot and help a lot of people with. What's the last word to close out the show? A summarizing statement on developing a miracle mentality.
Yeah, I think first of all, you need to believe that there's a miracle, and you need to be part of it. You need to believe you're part of it, because in the law of attraction, it is like attract like, right? If you want to attract miracles, you have to believe that you're miracles, and you have to believe that miracles are everywhere, and it is even yourself, as I mentioned, right? So then believe in that and be grateful for things that happen in your life. Don't take life for granted. And so slowly you will start to attract much more, things that you could ever think of, or you thought that is impossible, but things started to happen, because it happened to me so many times, and I know that it works. You just have to believe in yourself and then look for the evidence. I love these terms. If something that sometimes I also have doubts sometimes in myself, right? I'm just a human being. I also have my emotions. I still have my, limiting beliefs. I keep, improving myself every single day. So if ever I have a doubt, I will always ask myself, have someone ever done this before? Right? So look for the anything that you can, like any evidence that you can. People can do that. I can do that too. Or for example, if I started something, like I'm working on my new coaching project right now, I was like, oh, where should I get started? I was like so all over the place. My mind was like there. I was like a bit anxious, right? And then I told myself that same code I shared with you. Hey, don't think too further, okay? I just say start today. What you can start first. If you can just write one page, that is already enough. And tomorrow write the second page, and then keep same thing. So it's been 2 weeks. Right now, I've got so much things done. And when I look back 2 weeks back, I was like, oh my God, this is actually not as difficult as I think, and things started to happen. So that is what my advice will be: take baby step at a time. Always, okay? Focus on what you can do better today, and then do it every single day. And within you know it, things will just boom there.
Makes a lot of
Yeah,
sense.
and you will feel much more. You will feel much more relaxed and have more fun in doing what you're doing. Set the daily goal for yourself instead of moving too far ahead. Because when you're moving too far, that you start to create a lot of anxiety. So this is the kind of like a very, for me, it works so much for me, the tips. I just focus on what I need to get done today. If I couldn't get it done, I told myself, it is fine. I did my best today. Okay? So enjoy yourself, give yourself some time to celebrate what you've accomplished, even just a little small thing, you still deserve it.
Excellent, excellent. That's so
Yeah.
infectious. And the way you feel about it is infectious also. I really appreciated all that you've offered here once again on the Winner Circle. I think that our guests will be interested to know where they can follow you and where they can find you, Connie.
Yes, please follow me on my Instagram. You can be healed. And then I also have a journal workbook, which to help you for emotional awareness, and also to help you to release your limiting beliefs or negative thought patterns. So you can find it on Amazon. I think Dr. Sean can put the link below. So in the description.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We will be putting that link
Thank you.
below, definitely. And so then if somebody wanted to look for you personally for help for themselves, they would follow you there and then send you a direct message or something like that,
Yes.
Connie?
Yes, you can follow me on Instagram, and then you can DM me. Just mention that you're from this show, so that I will pay more attention to you.
Special
I'll give you a very
consideration.
great special treatment.
Awesome, awesome.
Extra bonus.
Excellent. Extra miracles. Connie, thank you so much for joining us and
Thank you.
giving us all
Thank
those
you so much
wonderful
for
tips.
having me. Thank you so much. I will see you next time. Take care,
You
everyone.
bet.
Stay safe.
You
Thank
bet.
you. Bye.
And to you in the winner circle, do you have friends that can use miracles? Friends that can learn, that would benefit from learning how to manifest miracles and develop a miracle mentality? Share with them this show. I'm sure they'll appreciate it. And we look forward to having you follow us for other shows like this, Mondays at 2 o'clock and Tuesdays at 6 o'clock p.m. right here on RVN Television. Also, you can find this show right where you're finding it right now and share it with your friends. Subscribe and look for other shows like this also on drshawnhubbard.com where we have them categorized. We'll see you next week right at this time. Until then, guys, keep winning. Take care, guys.